Hello everyone. Today we are starting our journey on a different place. It's a river that is just behind my house that is going into the jungle, and I love it in the morning. The quietness of this place, it's really outstanding to just stand here and look at the river flowing. It is providing me early in the morning with instant calmness, and it's setting for me often the day. And what I really love about this outstanding place here is that the small river that is flowing from here to some fishermen huts. I have still problems to cope with this new device. It is flowing out into the ocean, and what I love about this small river, it is reminding me always about one thing that is also true for art, that this river back here started somewhere in the jungle as small drops falling from the leaves, from the palms, and it collected to a small brook, to a creek, and then into a small river, and in the end it is flowing into something greater. And what I like about this is that actually the same goes for art heritage, that the future of your art, it can be something that's starting very small, but it is collected over days, over weeks, over months, over years, over decades to something that is much bigger. Oh, the dogs behind have some problems again. They are really cranking me up. Every day something new, every day something crazy is happening with them. Nevertheless, I like them very much. And this is also something what I want to talk with you today about. It is what we are missing, what great opportunity we are missing when we are collecting day by day something and do something day by day for our art, because I can still not cope with the new technical gimmicks, but I will get better, I promise you, so bear with me. Yes, what I was telling, like this drops, and everything you have to be careful about is to work for your art in the same way like nature is working, because those drops that are falling from, that are collected through the fog on the leaves and falling down, they are absolute pure, they are just really something outstanding. Even if they are small, they have a purity, a greatness in them, and this greatness is collecting to something bigger and greater. And when we think about our art heritage, the future of our art, we are always thinking, wow, it has to be big at once, and it has to be special, and so on. But more often we should think about the small drops of being genius, and they are happening every day, and all we have to do is just capture each small drop of genius and not allow it to get wasted away. Just don't forget it, or just it is not running just in the ground or in the sand, but it's collecting something bigger, to a river, then in the end will flow to the ocean. And in this way it is much more easier to understand how easy it is to build a heritage for your art. I don't know if what I'm telling you is making sense of at all, but I was thinking perhaps this is an opportunity to see the everyday genius, even when it's happening in small things or small moments, to something greater. And for every artist, really for every artist, you have this moments of genius. And even when it's just something like going for a walk and just acknowledging beauty and understanding how beauty works and let this beauty inside you, this can be a moment of being genius, like seeing this soft morning today, the soft sunrise. Today we have a different kind of sunrise. It is more like constable or turner-like, very soft colors, and this, just seeing this is making me being part of seeing greatness in nature, and in this way having a moment of greatness. And all we have to do is just collect such a moment and allowing it to sink in. And just by collecting the small drops, opportunity is opening up. Perhaps not today, perhaps not in a week, but in a month there will be a moment when enough of the small drops are collected, and then I can develop something that is perhaps greater, bigger, because it is an accumulation of these moments when I have been in the zone. And when you think about it, every great artist in the past is not just standing in front of the easel and creating great art. When you look how much work many of the artists are putting into studying, into just watching nature, developing the art, then you understand that there's always a process that can perhaps go for a long time, and then it is a connection and an expression at once of greatness. But this greatness didn't just happen in one day. It was just a collection of small drops falling from the leaves to a small creek, to a small river, then a bigger river, and then boom, into the ocean, into something that is really really great. And for me it was always this perception of how art is developing that really changed the game for me. When I was very young, visiting the Louvre, first I was overwhelmed. How could humans create something that is so outstanding? You are standing in front of all of these great artworks, and you are thinking this is almost inhuman. These people have to live all the day in a zone of genius, and just they have powers that I will never have. And with time you discover that there is a method behind this, a method of collecting, a method of preparing and allowing these small drops, these small events of greatness. And when you once understand this, you understand that you are seeing essence, distillation of moments in one painting, and then you have this outstanding greatness. So you should forget this myth about the art heritage that will develop in 1 year or 1 week or something. It will not. It will collect over time, and often it is more important what you do with the drops of greatness, the drops that you are in the zone, in the flow, in the artistic flow every day, because they are happening, and what we are doing with it. Do you just let it pass? Do you forget it? Is it wasted? It is just dropping into the sand and never appear again? Or is it getting collected? And the more often you think about your zone, artistic zone, and how to collect it and how to accumulate it, the more it is become obvious how to how to prepare these moments where the greatness is happening, and how to collect it. And it's becoming a routine, a system that is behind later on the heritage of your art, a system that is behind the great paintings you are painting. And I know this is perhaps very theoretical what I'm telling you right now, but when you really think about it, even for you, there are moments when you are just, I will just leave it here because this is a little bit heavy. Whoa, let's go up with it. There are always moments when during the day you have this moment of greatness. You are in the zone, everything is working and everything is flowing for you. And in this way you are able to develop things that normally you wouldn't be able to. And I know they are most likely they are happening naturally, like the drops I was telling you about before, that are collecting in the leaves, or when they are happening as a rain. It is an event and it's happening, and then we are so much into the zone, so much into this flow, that we are not aware what is happening to us, that we are getting this gift grounded, this gift that collected together to a river will become the artistic heritage. And when you are able to just stop for a moment or prepare before to think about this moment of greatness, this moment of being in the zone, you are becoming also aware of the necessary system, the necessary routine to collect the small drops the best way you can. Perhaps a story that I can tell you about collecting the small drops is something that I experienced being in the desert. How precious every drop of water is in the desert, and the people and their animals that are living in the desert are very aware of this, and they are doing their best not to waste each drop. And the same goes for artists. When you are aware that each drop of this being in the zone, this artistic genius of greatness that are granted to everyone to us is so precious and you should collect it, then it can be collected, it can become something bigger, it can become something even overwhelming, what you can experience in the Louvre Museum, when there is not only work of one artist and his greatness like Leonardo da Vinci, but when so many artists, so many collectors of these works of greatness came together and they collected it to this outstanding ocean of incredible art, like this one I'm standing before, that is just overwhelming how big it is and what we are humans capable of. And just to think of it, that you right now are also capable of it, and you can become part of it, because each day this small drop is granted to you, and all you have to do is just to be aware how to collect this small drop, how to not get it wasted. And I think this is a really outstanding idea, and all it takes is a change of mindset. And perhaps when you have today the time, start a journal or just a note and just write down the drops that have been granted to you, the moments when you have been in the zone, when you have experienced the artistic flow, even when there are small things like being aware today of this delicate beauty of the sunrise, not the huge round ones, but the small ones. And this is a drop for me that I will collect today. And if you like, you can write down in comments below what happened to you yesterday, or what happened today. What could you collect? And thinking about such things is really opening your mind to allowing more and better art into your life. And this is actually what I'm writing right now, about the future of your artistic progress, of your art. If you like, you can go to the website. It's www.future.Louvre.Academy, and there you can see what is developing right now out of the small drops that I am collecting to make the life of artists better, because we can together develop a vast ocean of a heritage that is so outstanding, like the one in the Louvre. And just to work on it is giving me such a good feeling, and I would be very happy if more artists could join in. What I'm doing is not perfect, and it's perhaps it is happening in small drops, and it is perhaps nothing outstanding, but nevertheless one day I hope that this small drops will collect to something bigger and you can be a part of it. But nevertheless, first it's about you and you greatness and you zone. And if this video has a point, then it is the one. Take today the time and think about the small drops of greatness that are happening to you, and perhaps write them down or make a small drawing. The artist notebook is a great place to collect the small drops, and from this notebook it is happening through small studies, then bigger studies, and then art will happen in a different dimension, a much bigger dimension like the ocean to you. So have a great day. Today is a great day for art, and see you perhaps tomorrow. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, I'm trying to do every day a video, and if this is disconnected from what I'm talking about, you can watch the other videos, so perhaps it will make more sense. Until then, see you soon. Bye bye.